Welcome, everybody, to today's episode of Mujer De Exito Unbounded. Thank you, everybody, for coming. If you're watching this on the replay here on the Coach Marty Angel YouTube, remember to hit that bell, subscribe, and share it out, guys. Share it out so we can help each other grow. My name is Marty Angel. I'm your host, and today we're talking about From Passion to Profit. Hola, bienvenidas al show de Mujer de Exito Unbounded. Today we're going to talk about From Passion to Profit, how knowing your target audience can truly transform your business. That's a very important My name is Marty Angel once again. And here's what I do, because people always ask me what I do. I'm a Latina biz coach. And what I do is I help the mujer-preneur, the Latina, the bilingual, the monolingual Latina, the BIPOC woman gain clarity and focus on who you serve so that you can up-level from brick and mortar to click and order and begin to rock your six-figure biz. I really believe that you deserve this. Now, you've got to believe it yourself. Well, let's talk about today. What are we talking about today and how it really impacts our business? So as a mujer-preneur, it's essential to have clarity on who you serve. It is one of the most fundamental building blocks of any successful business. You really, truly have to know who you serve. And I know I get kickback from this all the time. Why do I need to know exactly who I serve? I was there. I kept, when I was hiring a coach, it kept saying, who do you serve? Well, I don't know, everybody. Everybody needs, in my network marketing business is where I learned everything. So if you're ever thinking about the easiest, most inexpensive way to learn, get yourself into a network marketing company, because it truly is a master's degree in business all bottled up in one little place. But in today's episode, we are exploring why clarity on who you serve is crucial for you, the mujer-preneur. Now, what is mujer-preneur? People always ask me, what does mujer-preneur really mean? It means woman entrepreneur. That's basically what it means. And I've coined the term mujer-preneur because it's a Spanglish term. Pero now, en español, como mujer emprendedora, es esencial tener claridad sobre a quién sirves con tu producto, tu servicio. Eso es uno de los bloques fundamentales para cualquier negocio exitoso. Truly, you really need to stop this video or this podcast and think about who do I serve? Who am I helping? Right? It's the difference. It truly is the difference between a company that thrives and one that struggles to keep up. Clarity on your target audience allows you to understand their needs and tailor your products and services to meet those needs. So you really need to know who are you serving and what are their needs. There's just no two ways about it. Es sumamente importante que empiecen a enfocarse en a ver quién, en realidad, a quién estoy sirviendo. So first and foremost, though, understanding your target audience helps you to develop products and services that meet the specific needs. And without a clear understanding of who your target audience is, I promise you, You're going to struggle to identify the pain points and create solutions that address those issues. And what's going to happen is you're going to miss those sales, the sales that are so critically important. And you're going to miss the fact that those people need you. They need your services. They need you to be their one person, if you will. En primer lugar, entender a tu público objetivo te ayuda a desarrollar productos y servicios que satisfaguen sus necesidades y las necesidades que ellos tienen específicamente a ellos o ellas. So, for example, people always ask me, well, give me an example as to why it's that important. Okay. Mujeres, if you're a mujer-preneur who sells skincare products, you must and need to know the demographics of your target audience, of that niche. For instance, what age are you speaking to? Because how you speak to a 45-year-old is different than a 55-year-old and different than a 60-year-old. As we move older or into a more mature audience, it's more critical that we identify exactly who we serve and what's their lifestyle like to ensure that your products are effective and can meet their needs. And then you talk about the benefits. It's critically important that you talk about those benefits, right? And knowing who you serve is going to help you. Por ejemplo, si eres una mujer emprendedora que vende productos de cuidado de la piel, entonces debes conocer las características demográficas de tu público objetivo, como su edad, tipo de piel, el estilo de vida. ¿Por qué? Porque tienes que asegurarte de que tus productos sean efectivos y satisfagan a sus necesidades únicas. Es muy personal lo que estamos haciendo en tener negocios. So, am I getting it there? Am I really getting it there? Are you understanding this? Because it's so important, really, truly, really important for you to know if you're out there trying to sell a product that you know who you're serving. So secondly, knowing your target audience allows you to communicate with them effectively, so that you can tailor your marketing and your advertising and your messaging to resonate with their interests and their needs. This is so especially important for you, mujerpreneurs, who want to build a brand that resonates with your target audience. By understanding your audience, you can create messaging that speaks to their values and their aspirations. When you're building your brand, you need to be authentic and you need to be relatable. So let me give you an example of what happens if you don't know your top values. If you don't know your top 5 values, then how are you going to have or create value-added marketing? I promise you that you're not going to go and look for people that don't have your same values, but you've got to identify. We all have at least 10 to 20 values, but the top 5 are going to help you create that systematic marketing message so that you can speak to them properly. That, my friends, is important. Sin una comprensión clara de quién es tu público objetivo, te va a resultar difícil identificar sus puntos débiles y crear soluciones que aborden esos problemas que tiene tu audiencia, ¿verdad? So, again, having clarity on who you serve also allows you to identify opportunities for growth and expansion. Because your people that you're serving, let me just give you an example. Today's 45-year-olds are very different than a decade ago. So if you know your market and your target audience and you have your niche way identified, you are going to be able to grow and expand your business as they have ever changing needs. So as a mujerpreneur, you'll likely have a specific niche that you serve. You need to really hone in on that specific niche. But understanding your audience can help you identify adjacent markets that you can expand to. Do you see that? It's like, yes, I can teach you how to do that. It's so important. For example, if you're a mujerpreneur who creates vegan beauty products, you might identify an opportunity to expand into sustainable, eco-friendly products that appeal to the same audience. How cool is that? And additionally, having that clarity on your target audience all the way down to your niche allows you to build a community around your brand. And that's really what you want to do. You want to build that community because you can go back to that community with different products and different techniques, and they will be most likely your best customers. So mujerpreneurs who understand their audience, those are the ones that are being more successful. They can create a sense of belonging and connection with their customers. Imagine yourself connecting with your customers and then creating that community that you truly want that's going to help build loyalty and repeat business. Loyalty and repeat business is crucial for sustaining your business over the long term. That is what's going to bring in that residual income. As long as you have a consumable product or service and you know your niche, you're going to be able to have that continuing repeat purchasing power or purchasing your customers have that purchasing power. You're going to be able to make changes and iterations along the way to service those customers. Remember that clarity that I speak about all the time on who you serve is critically crucial to you, mujerpreneur. Think about creating more products and more services that create those needs of the customers. And not only that, but as long as you know who you're serving, you can communicate effectively with your target audience. You can identify opportunities for growth and expansion. And like I said before, build this massive, awesome community around your brand. So that's critically important. Now, in Spanish, tener claridad sobre a quién sirves también te permite identificar oportunidades de crecimiento y expansión. Como mujer emprendedora, es probable que tengas un nicho específico al que sirves, pero comprender a tu público objetivo puede ayudarte a identificar mercados adyacentes y en los que puedes tú tal vez expandirte, ¿verdad? Es muy importante saber en realidad a quién estamos sirviendo. So as a mujerpreneur, you're building a business that reflects your values and aspirations. And again, I keep repeating myself, but this is important. Having the clarity on who you serve is an essential component of building that successful business that will thrive for years to come. So my friends, amigas chulas, really, When I speak to you about doing this, I speak to you because I've been there where I've started and I've, put out products and thought, oh, I can, everybody can be my affiliate. Everybody needs vitamins and everybody needs a nutritionist and everybody needs a yoga person and everybody needs to be on a yoga healing retreat and everybody needs to know how to grow their business. All of these, everybody's will end up serving nobody. Trust me. I went from serving everybody to serving nobody. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you to create the same mistakes. You guys are like mujer-preneurs. You guys are like my babies, right? Don't we as children, as mothers, want to save our kids from making the mistakes? And in this time, I want to save you from making the big mistakes. Why? Not because I don't want you to make your own mistakes, but because I want to make sure that I cut that learning curve in pieces so that you can begin to thrive and rock your six-figure biz. That's why I'm here. That's why I coach you, the Mujer-preneur. That's why I coach my team, my network marketing team. I coach my affiliates. I coach my, course takers. All of those, and each and every one of those have different needs. But I didn't start with all of them all at once. I started with one. And that's what's important here. So as your coach, as your Latina biz coach, I encourage you to take time to understand your audience. And I promise, and I don't make promises I can't keep, you will be well on your way to building a successful business that you can be truly proud of. But you've got to know who you serve. Como mujer emprendedora, tú estás creando y construyendo un negocio que refleja tus valores y tus aspiraciones. Y por eso tener claridad sobre a quién sirves es un componente esencial para construir un negocio exitoso que va a prosperar durante muchos años. ¿Verdad? Entonces, eso es lo que queremos. Queremos hacer comunidades alrededor de nosotras y alrededor de los productos y servicios que compartimos con nuestro nicho. So, amigas, I really thought about this and I get such a pushback from my coaches and like, I don't know. What if I say 45 years old and somebody 35 years old? Understand that identifying your niche doesn't mean that you can't serve anybody else. And will your niche change? Possibly. Most likely. Yes. And that's okay. But we have to pick a starting point. And that starting point and gain clarity the next time you expand to a different niche, you're going to do the same thing in order to find that niche, to find your value-added marketing. So that's why it's so critically important to understand and do the work, put in the work to really clarify, solidify who you serve. Well, amigas, chulas, hermosas, I love to call you that. I hope that this podcast, this episode, has inspired you to reflect on your own business and take steps to better understand who your target audience is, who your ideal customer is, and who your niche is. Remember, the niche is the center of that target. Your target audience is that big target. And in between that round circle right there, that's your ideal customer avatar, right? Remember, by understanding and meeting the needs of your audience, you can create an authentic and successful business that resonates with them but it empowers you. So I encourage you really again to put it into practice. Take what I have taught you today, put it into practice, and everything that you have learned and heard from me here today, put it into practice. And please, if you found this valuable, share this podcast, this episode with other mujeres, with other emprendedoras who you think can benefit from this information. And together, mujeres, together we can support each other to build successful and thriving businesses. You know, it's always said that we as Latinas are alacranes, right? And when we see somebody else succeed, we're pulling them out and we're taking them down. Well, let's be the exception. I challenge you to join me and let's be the exception to the rule, to the man-made rule, right? Te animo a que pongas en práctica lo que has aprendido aquí conmigo hoy en este episodio y que compartas este episodio con otras mujeres emprendedoras que creas que podrían beneficiarse de esta información. ¿Por qué? Porque juntas podemos apoyarnos mutuamente para construir negocios exitosos y prósperos. Y hay que dejar ese mito de que somos alacranes en paz. Vamos a quebrar ese mito. Vamos a romper el mito. Join me. Take it into consideration. And as always, I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you on my videocast watchers, and my podcast listeners. This is Marty Angel wishing you the best day ever. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Namaste.